Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. I'm about to install some engine mounts onto the Mark IV Golf. You're about to see why I'm doing this, but if you've got a lowered car, it's going to save you a lot of hassle. I don't know how much hassle it is to install them. I'm about to do that. I've got my phone, I've got the tutorials ready, but we're going to go through it together because there's not many videos out there of doing both sides. There's a video of doing the left side, or the driver's side, but there's not a video of doing the right side, and I can't seem to find any tutorials, so we're going to try and do it together all in one go. First we're going to jump back to a few days ago to find out why I'm doing this.
Cold. It's cold, Duff.
Good morning or afternoon.
Right, Duff, you're gonna tell them what's happened. What'd you do? Yes. And what are you gonna do about it? Now you're gonna leave me to fix it. You're gonna leave me to fix it.
This isn't really the video I wanted to be making, but something's gone wrong on the car. So I need to jack it up. It's got like a knocking noise. It felt like something slipped, and now there's a really heavy thud and knocking noise when the wheels turn. It's like coming from the center, the bottom center of the car. A lot of people told me that they reckon it's the dog bone mount, but we changed that, so unless Carl didn't do the bolts up tight enough, then I don't think it's going to be that. It might be a drive shaft, because I've heard mixed reviews on these drive shafts.
The car is lowered, wouldn't help. I was supposed to get engine raisers, which help the drive shafts level out a bit. So I'm just going to bring the car in, jack it up, and then see if we can see anything. Alright, so first thing, I can't really spot. People say it's a dog bone mount, and that's the dog bone mount. It's just, there's a lot of oil under there, a lot of greasy oil, I don't know what's. Let's try shake it, see if that makes a difference. See if it moves.
Oh, I can, yeah. I'm fairly sure the drive shaft is fucked. It sounds like, I mean, I don't know. Because it's the diff, it's always made that noise. But then I can move the drive shaft. Yeah, no, the dog bone mount's fine. It's not that. So from what I can hear, it sounds like drive shaft, because I'm fairly certain they're not supposed to be making that noise. I'll show you quickly the driver's side. The passenger side seems worse. So I think it's by drive shafts. I don't think they're supposed to be making that noise. Oh. Fuck, I found it. I found the issue. I think that's one of the bearings. Has just completely smashed in half. Here's the drive shaft. This was the passenger drive shaft. I got it out, and it's got bearings in it. And this is really hard to do with one hand. You can sort of see the bearings. That's one. It's a bearing, right? If you've ever been on a skateboard, you know what a bearing looks like.
What's just fallen out?
It's half a bearing. And half of the gasket, I guess you call it. Spacer or whatever. So there's the issue. So now I'm going to go inside because I know what it is. I feel a lot better. Because I know I could just, for now, just buy another one. It's not that expensive. J&R drive shafts are like 30 quid, I think, less than that. But I'm going to be out of the car until that arrives. But at least I know what it is. So, yep, turns out it's the drive shafts. And I've heard that it's because the car is lowered, is having the drive shafts at a weirder angle. So there's more wear on, obviously, the bearings. So that would make a lot of sense as to why they've just gone. It's either that or the mad talk that I have, right? And then I've also messaged Creation MotorSport because I'm now after some engine raisers. I should have done this when I first got the car lowered, but you know, I don't really see the consequences until it happens. So that's what happened. Drive shafts went. Why am I down here?
Mike's on now.
Alright, hello.
Wait. Daily Duff. Duff! Hi! Hi!
Been to the garage to pick her car up because her car needed a service and it had a misfire. So we picked that up and come home and I need to now replace this. It's like, what's the time?
6:30.
6:30.
He's running low on this.
I think the battery's going to die, so hopefully this drive shaft gets installed with no issues. I'm literally just trying to position it in. Managed to get it out, so I'm hoping I'm going to manage to get it back in. And I will catch up with you guys once this is done, because we then need to do the engine mounts, but I'm not going to do that today. We'll do that like on the weekend or something. I'll figure out how, after a few YouTube videos.
Okay, you join me back the day we're about to install the engine mounts. So, first of all we need to pop the hood, that always helps. And then I think I'm going to have to jack the car up a bit just to get the main jack under the engine, because we need to jack the engine up to stop it from dropping, obviously. So yeah, I'm going to have to jack the car up. This is going to make a very loud bang because the hood latch is basically fucked. And I have to slam the hood down to get it to shut, so this is going to make a loud bang. Yeah, that was quite loud. A lot of people have asked me, because I've got this new hood, it covers up the latch, and a lot of people have been asking me how you can actually open it, because obviously the latch is like somewhere under here, but you basically just have to pull it and it will open up to reveal the engine. So what we're doing now, basically, so I think there's 3 engine mounts. One is on this side, the other one is on this side, and the third one is underneath the car, which is probably the most known one for the bushings break-in, is the dog bone mount. What engine mounts do is raise the engine. No, have I been saying engine mounts this entire time? I meant to say engine raisers. What engine raisers do is they act as a spacer. They raise the engine up. I've got, well, I'll show you them in a second. They're just around there, I think. No, they're there. They raise the engine up to raise the sump, and also to get the drive shafts aligned back to where they're supposed to be aligned, because obviously when the car is standard, the car is like raised and the drive shafts are straight, but when the engine is lowered, so say we're the engine, right, and this is the wheel, we're lowered, so now the drive shafts are like that angle, so we need to raise the engine back up to make them level again. And as you saw earlier, my bearings broke, probably because of the pressure. They increased the wear, blah blah blah. I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about. This is like a guess. Anyway, we're just gonna get straight onto this, so I need to jack the car up.
The engine is being supported with just a little block of wood with the jack stand. As long as we just do it one at a time, it should be pretty safe. So I'm gonna start with this side like everybody else starts with. So I think some people say to drain the coolant, but I think you can just, because there's a bolt there and a bolt here, you can just lift it up out of the way. It's this which we need to take out. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Don't you just love it when it doesn't record? I thought I was filming. I swear to God I pressed the filming button. Anyway, first thing we did is take this bolt from there and that bolt up there. That loosens this up, and obviously take that from out there. And then from that, you undo this, which is just that one bolt, which I don't know. Nothing's organised, I don't have anything that's organised, but it's that size, so that doesn't help at all, does it? Anyway, and then once that's out of the way, you can actually just get rid of your charcoal canister, because you don't need that anymore. And now, I'm onto the bit where I need to remove that bolt and that bolt. You probably cannot see anything. There's 2 bolts down there. That one and that one. I think they're 19mm, so let's go ahead and remove them. Actually, I'm first of all going to WD-40 everything. I managed to crack it off. I just needed something else to put it with, to put on the end of this, and all I could find was this big ass pipe from the intercooler install. So thank you, Dan. This is now loose, so I'm just going to finish undoing these. Get these off. Big shout out to these guys. I've got quite a few of their stuff in my car at the moment, but it comes with all the new bolts, all the spacers. So these are the 1.5 centimeters, but 15mm engine raisers, and I've got a diagram of it. So yeah, this is the one I've got, and here we go. Here's a diagram. So driver's side. So we basically need to take 3 bolts off, lift that up, and then the plain block compared to the indented block. Maybe this is American, because why would they show it this way? No, yeah, it has, yeah, no, it is this one. Never mind. So, right, so 3 bolts. I'm gonna have a look. Okay, so if this is correct, I think for the driver's side we need these 2 bolts and this bolt. I'm just trying to work it out, because the dog bone mount you need them 2, and then it's the same for the passenger side. So let's just grab these, grab the wooden block. Oh, we also need one of these spacers as well. Okay, it's out. Alright, so we finally got there, and now, yeah, the engine mount is loose. I think I'm gonna have to undo that as well, just to move that out of the way. One side is out. Here is an engine mount for anyone like me who doesn't know what one looks like. So this is one of the things that holds the engine in. I know you can get replacement polybush mounts for this, which, to be honest, now is a great time to change them. That seems a little loose to me. I'm not sure it's supposed to be making that, so I would recommend getting polybushed engine mount if you're doing this. So this is apparently the driver's side, unless it is American, but I don't think they are. I'm pretty sure they're based in the UK, so why they would say it was the wrong side. Anyway, let me have a look. So that basically sits under there, but there's a gap. There is a gap. Let me test the other one, because you see what I mean? This one's got an indent for that to sit in, but then that looks a bit too big. Like there's going to be movement in there. So either way, that should sit like that. I don't know, let me look at the diagram once more. I think this is the one with the spacer. Honestly, driver's side, this has got a perfect fitment for the spacer. By process of working it out in my head, I've decided that their driver's side is the passenger side, so the passenger side is the driver's side, so the plain block is going to be the UK's passenger side, and this is how it looks. So you got the mount at the bottom, you got the 2 bolts, you got the smaller bolt, and then you've got one more spacer which goes underneath that, if that makes sense. It will look like that when you put it back in. Oh man, this is going to be really hard with one hand. I might need to grab Lucy. I think I might need 2 hands for this. There's like a bit of shit in the way, because how it's supposed to sit flat is like that, but that's not, that hole is not in line. It doesn't want to come over this way because of that. And it goes like that, but now it's sitting on top of it, so that's just going to vibrate. Alright guys, basically what I'm doing is there's like, the plate's not sitting flush because there's a little bit of silicone or whatever that is. So I've just cut it off. Now get this in. It should sit better.
Like you've still got to put bits on the end. I mean, you've still got like an hour.
Alright, so Creation MotorSport, I think they've just made every bolt the same size now. Well, the 3 bolts have the same size head. Right, the battery died and it didn't even tell me. No, the memory card was full, so it didn't tell me, so I don't know how much of that was recorded, but with the help of Lucy, we got this side in. So this is in, but I now need to get this out, this little plate out, but I think this bolt, the thread is fucked. So this is not going to be fun, because that needs to go and sit on top of that, because we need to get a spacer in there. Not good, not fun. Alright, let's try getting this out. Yes, mate. I don't know how I just did that, but I think I've just got it out.
Managed to wedge this screwdriver underneath, push it up whilst unscrewing it. Oh yes, we've got it. Wow, I can't actually believe that worked. Honestly, I thought that was it. I thought like, fucked it, mate. Oh fuck. Why does this always happen to me? It's the 10mm as well. Okay, the left side is done. Everything's back bolted together, and as you can kind of see, the left side is raised a bit more than the right side, obviously. Just started on the right side, taking the airbox off. What you need to do, take this off, unclips, lie on the side. Don't need that. Look at this, I love how generous they are. It's to save you from having to remove the entire thing. They've put a nice little hole where the engine mount bolt is. And my camera battery is about to die. So I'm gonna crack on with this one. It's gonna be basically the same as the other one. Bolt there, bolt there, bolt there, bolt there. And then I think there's one more bolt. But yeah, I'm gonna grab the camera when the battery is fully charged again. So I'll see you guys in a second. It's turned out to be quite a nice day at the end of all that. Just had dinner, camera's fully charged. Let's go finish this off. Second mount is in and done. I don't think I jacked it up enough though, because it got stuck on the way back up. And then I had to sort of pry it out and it pinged, and then the CV boot from the drive shaft pinged off as well. So I'm gonna have to try and put this back on. The second mount is done, all back on, all bolted up, pretty simple. We'll try and put that back on, and then we're going to do the last one, which is the dog bone mount. 2 bolts and 2 spacers, simple enough. Last engine raiser is in, so let's go look at it from the top. Oh yeah, definitely sticking out more. It's probably going to make the boot, the bonnet harder to shut. I think it's alright. I mean, I could do with some new engine mounts, but they weren't stupidly bad. Now I just need to put the air filter in, and now I need to fix the drive shaft. And we're done. It's back on the floor. I managed to fix the CV boot. Did I say what happened? So now's the fun part. Trying to close this, but first I need to get a thumbnail picture. Let's go over here. You can't see me though, that's the only bad thing. Wow, sick thumbnail. Yeah, woohoo! I just attempted to take a couple thumbnail pictures, but it's so dark. I had to try to use flash. It didn't really come out right. Anyway, let's try and close the bonnet. The thing is, my latch is stuck already. I have to actually slam the bonnet for it to catch, because this doesn't want to go in. You can't even see. That doesn't want to go over. So this is going to be interesting. But everything is plugged in, I think. Let me just make sure it actually closes normally first. Yeah, see, like any normal bonnet, that would be shut, right? Not mine. Yep, that's shut. That's also sounded like something smashed. I don't think it did. I think we were right. I don't want to open it and look, because then I won't be able to close it again. No more worrying about drive shafts. No more worrying about hitting the sump. Yeah. No more spacers either, so no more rubbing. But now my only concern is that the drive shafts are now going to rub on the anti-roll bar. But we'll see. It might not. It's not low. It's not really low, so we'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Link is in the description for the engine raisers, and also the drive shafts that I used to do this on. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video.